All right, what up, people? It's your boy Chib from Guna Eagle Eye, coming to you again with a brand new video. This time it is Eagle Eye, the transfer rumor show, where I talk about transfer rumors. Now, I'm hoping if I see fake Chig in here, he likes to pose as me on Lee's channel, and Lee, like a joker, keeps falling for it. I'm just gonna ban the shit out of him. And if I have to get his IP address and ban it that way, I'll do it. So do have a look out wherever you see. Basically, I'm not chatting in the chat room for now. So if you see some idiot chatting in the chat room, that's not me. All right? All right. It just pissed me off because I just saw it. Anyway, let's go into the first story. And that is Arsenal have been offered Real Madrid striker Mariano Diaz. I gotta admit, I ain't got a fucking clue who this guy is. I'll be real. This is someone I've not particularly heard of. I know that he's got a lot of physical attributes, but that's only because, to be honest, I've done the research for this particular, not because of anything else. I know that in La Liga, he has 3 goals, 13 appearances, and his previous club, Lyon, he didn't score a single goal in 3 appearances. He is 25 years old. Actually, he's about to turn 26 years old. Yeah, there's nothing about him stats-wise that is particularly impressive. He's not someone I've heard a lot of. Admittedly, I don't watch as much La Liga as I used to, particularly since La Liga came off Sky. But it's just uneventful, and it's just another distraction from what Arsenal actually need to focus on, and that is defenders. I mean, I will say this for him: he does have good long shots. He's a good finisher, supposedly, despite the fact that he doesn't particularly have great statistics. And he's headed, he's strong. He's got a good base to him. He likes a shot, but passing-wise, he ain't a great passer. So immediately, that sort of thing doesn't tend to suit us. What do I think? I would say pass. I'd actually trust our youngsters more than I would trust this guy. You're 26, and all you've had to show for your career, as far as I can see, mind you, this is only according to WhoScored.com, so maybe I'm looking at outdated stats or whatever. But from what I could see, you scored 3 goals in 16 appearances. What am I meant to be impressed by? So, I don't know. For me, I would say pass. That would be my gut feeling on it. But yeah, let's see what happens. Moving on. So Arsenal, look, let's talk about the signing that seems to have been all but confirmed, and that's William Saliba. This is assuming it goes on to be confirmed. This will be the first time that a story has dragged on through the summer, and we've actually gone ahead and secured that signing. It looks like we're about to confirm it. The deal is set to be in the region, like I said yesterday, of 27 million, a little over 30 million euros, but 27 million pounds. Much to everybody's annoyance, it looks like we're going to loan him back to the club. But I, like I said yesterday, I'm okay with this because it's not going to harm our spending, because we're paying a very small fee up front this summer with the view of paying the rest of it when we actually have the player, which, to be honest, makes a lot of sense. Why am I talking about the exact same story I talked about yesterday? Well, there's been a slight further development on this. There is a belief in the camp, because I was speculating, all right, this is all well and good for next season, but what about this season? We can't go into this season with that defense. We need to make some kind of change to that defense. And there is a belief that Emre is still committed to bringing in another defender. There are thoughts that he is still looking at people like Izzo, Axel, that French kid from Dortmund. So he's still looking at defenders. So that, at least from that aspect, it is quite pleasing. And to me, I still want us to go and get someone like Lewis Dunk. I see a lot of Arsenal fans starting to come around on the idea of this. To me, I think he'd be the ideal choice. He's got Premier League experience. He's of a sort of age where he's 28, but he's not like old. He's got like good experience. He's 6'5". As I said yesterday, so is Saliba. Saliba's a big boy. So having two big boys in the center of defense, when it does come next year, I think that would be really good and really different for Arsenal. About time we start getting some towering motherfuckers. So yeah, for me, one thing that I will say, and I mentioned this earlier when I was talking about the Edu deal, is obviously now Edu's on board. So what I'm hoping is some decisiveness going into a lot of these deals. So I'm hoping that Edu now means that we'll start to close out some of these signings. So I would say first up has to be Saliba. Let's get that nice and confirmed. Let's get everything signed, sealed, delivered, and so we can move on to that next deal. I would suggest the next deal probably has to be Tierney. But I ain't gonna lie, as time passes, the more worried I'm getting about this. Did you notice that last week I was the one that did say I felt that this Saliba deal is probably done, and actually the Tierney deal is probably the one that I think has a little bit of a way to go, and so it's looking like it's proving. I always felt that the Saliba deal, because from the point where I heard that the guy wanted to come to us, but he wanted to stay in France one more season, I felt like Arsenal would coattail to that, and because they've gone all in on this kid. They clearly see something in this kid that perhaps not all of us yet see. I don't care what you hear about how he's the new Varane and this, that, and the other, whatever. None of us knew his motherfucking name 2-3 months ago, right? Let's be fucking real. I watched the French league. I maybe have seen him play once, maybe twice. Thought he was decent. Didn't really think anything of it. Certainly didn't know his name, and that's just me being real about it. So, for me, and I realize I'm saying for me for a lot. I would say with this Tierney deal, it has to be the next priority. I always felt that there was a bit of a distance away, because this is where Arsenal do nickel and dime for me. And I do feel like they nickel and dime over the wrong sort of deals. Arguably, this is the one deal we shouldn't be nickel and diming over. Yet with the Saliba deal, that's the one we're prepared to spend that sort of money on. It doesn't make no sense. So what I want Arsenal to do, and what I want Edu to do more importantly, is drag that Tierney deal over the line, which is really just to say, go to that board and say, right, how much exactly do you want to spend on this? Because this deal has taken too long. The other flip side to this, which I don't think anyone is really focused on, is the player might just think, you know what, fuck you motherfuckers, you're not serious. And this is my boyhood team. I'm not in a hurry to go anywhere. And he might just decide, you know what, forget it. I'm not interested in leaving. Sometimes you have to be decisive. You have to show that you want a player, that you're committed to getting a player. And Arsenal, because they are always focused on trying to save that extra pound, that extra mil, that extra bit of effort, I honestly believe that is the fault of losing out on some of these deals. When we look through the list of the almost and the nearly signs, part of it is just because Arsenal are nickel and diming. We need to stop doing that. Stop penny pinching. We should have enough money, or at least enough nous to be able to structure a deal where we are securing these deals. You're looking at flipping West Ham. West Ham are balling. They're trying to move for flipping people like Maxi and shit like that. Today I saw that they're trying to move for what's that brother? The guy that was linked with us, the Marseille striker. Begins with T. Chat room, help me. That guy. I'll come to you. I'll come to the chat room in a minute. But apparently he's linked with that guy for 40 million. All right, this is West Ham. I mean, all right. Yes, I get it. They don't have a stadium. They don't have the same sort of stadium costs and upkeep that we have. And that's the next argument. It's just like it's frustrating because it seems like we're the only one that take time to get these sort of deals over the line. Having said all of that, I'm not yet giving up. I'm not yet tapping out. I'm hoping that the Arsenal start to really pick up pace with the deal now that Edu's in place. And time will tell. I mean, one thing I will say, Arsenal fans, you can accuse us of a lot, and you really can. But the one thing I will say is that ultimately we are used to this. We're hardened to this. And it pisses us off. It's frustrating because you see people like Tottenham spurging money on people like Ndombele for 65 million, and it's light work. I mean, all right, they're paying for him for the next 5 years, but still, it's light work. Whereas with us, we're just nickel and diming over 22 million to a Scottish club. Just get the deal done, for flip's sake. Just get it done. Oh, anyway, I'm just worried because that every single day, I'll be honest, when I do research for this show, I tentatively look at that tyranny stuff because I'm just waiting for him to just say, you know what, bun us on it. Forget this. And that is my worry. But let's see. We wait and hope. So yeah, in terms of the tyranny deal, sorry, I didn't even go into it, did I? In terms of the tyranny deal, Neil Nellan came out today and basically just said that the situation hasn't changed from the second rejected bid. Arsenal need to up their bid if they have any chance of getting tyranny. It's as simple as that. And from our point of view, I would just like us to stop messing around. In fact, let me quote the Celtic boss altogether, just so we're nice and clear. I like to go by quotes here. I've taken no notice of the headlines. I'm well aware we are in terms. That don't make no sense. I'm well aware. I think that's meant to say I'm well aware of where we are in terms of the situation. I spoke to Kieran in Austria, and to be honest, I haven't seen much of him because he came back early for rehab. So he's not been training. He's not been on the training ground as of yet. It can be quite an unsettling period for any player, and it's understandable that until a club comes up with a sort of realistic valuation of the player, we don't have anything. We don't have to do anything once. It sends a clear message to Arsenal. It's as you were. Kieran is getting on with his degree, and we're getting on with what we have to do here. Tyranny is thought to be keen on the move to Arsenal, but as a lifelong Celtic fan and has not played for any other club, which tells me that yes, he would love to move, but also he'd be comfortable if he stays, and that's why I'm worried. I don't want. This feels like. Let me tell you what I feel like could happen here, unless we secure this deal quickly. I feel like Arsenal will miss out on this deal. We'll go for some cheap alternative that ain't nearly as good. Someone like United will come in for a next summer, and it turns out to be amazing. And it's another one of our nearly shoulda, coulda, woulda, shoulda times. And I hate those. I hate those with a passion. So, I don't know. Let's see. I think if taking the positives out of all these stories, at least Emre is committed to signing another centre back. That is the belief. And obviously Edu is on board. I think Edu coming on board, I think, is important. So yeah, I mean, let's see. The tyranny deal, I'm just hoping for the best, bro. I'll be honest, I'm really hoping for the best. One more story, flipping it, the most important story, the one that's got everybody talking. So yesterday I saw a freaking story about Bakayoko, and I'm like, no, No. No, no, no. What's the point getting rid of El Nene to bring in a younger El Nene? No. That was all I kept thinking. Obviously, El Nene is linked with this Bordeaux story. I'm still not convinced by that story, which is why I'm not spoken about it. But let's see what happens. And then I see one story about Bakayoko. I just kissed my teeth. I thought, no. But what made me laugh was that apparently United are really keen on Bakayoko. So I was like, oh, have him in it. Have him. But it turns out that Arsenal made an inquiry about Lemar, or sorry, done it again. Lemina. What is wrong with me? Lemina, which is the Southampton central midfielder. This is someone that we were interested in 2017. I remember when he came from Juventus initially, and I'll hold my hands up. Even your boy Chick can be wrong sometimes. When he came in from Juventus and we were being linked with him, I was like, no. Not good enough. No, no, no. One thing I've been very surprised about him, and to be honest, Gomez from Everton have now secured that Gomez deal. Both the players I had the exact same thought process. I won't be able to adapt. Their life good enough. Both players have adapted very, very well. In fact, both players, whenever we play Southampton and Everton, tend to shine against us. Lemina in particular, I've been watching quite closely, just because my understanding in 2017 is he's always been a massive, not necessarily fan, but admirer of Arsenal. In fact, just to give you further context to this, so Man United have also made the same inquiry. It looks like we're both after kind of physically imposing central midfielders. I'm still hoping that Doucouré will be on this hit list, or Ndidi will be on this hit list, even though I'm not all the way convinced about Ndidi, but Doucouré at the very least will be on this hit list. But this price is what really intrigues me. So he's 25 years old. He's one of Southampton's best players. But Southampton have quoted him as being 18 million. I know Southampton bought him for 18 million in the first place, but the belief is that they may be prepared to hear a slightly cheaper deal. If Arsenal are interested in something anywhere near or around that, to be honest, anything up to 25 million, I get 100%. And this is coming from me, who had to really have my mind changed on him earlier this season. Last season, actually. Last season. So not this season that's just gone, the season before, his first season for Southampton, was where my mind was changed. And let's be real here, if for us and United to be both after him, it just shows you how far he's come. And this is the sort of player that I'd like to see Arsenal have, you know. For me, yeah, I think it's all well and good that we have a Torreira. I think Torreira's a pit bull. He's everywhere. But actually, imposing would help us. It really would. We need to strengthen that core. You know, I don't think Guendouzi's going to be that guy, at least not the physically imposing, tough tackling guy. He's got good touch to him. Passing needs to be worked on, but I think, to be honest, that's more of a concentration issue than a technical issue. Granit Xhaka, you guys know how I feel about Xhaka. So for me, getting someone like a Lemina in actually, for me, is the right move. Because Lemina, the good thing about him is he can play defensively, he can play box to box, he can even play attacking midfielder, weirdly. So for me, I would love him. I would love him. I know he only scored 2 goals for Southampton last season, but I think if he can be someone that just gives us an extra dimension to the team, I'd be more than happy. Failing that, I mean, my first choice would be Doucouré. You guys know this. I've been banging on about Doucouré for about 2 years now. But even I have to accept Doucouré will be expensive as fuck. Whereas something like this, I think it's doable. And I think if we can get it over the line, why not? Right, let me do a chat, see what you guys are saying. Please make sure you give this video a massive thumbs up. Always appreciate it when you guys do that. It helps the video get along. Go along to get along. All right. Let's see what you lot are saying. One sec. Mute it. 61 people, 11 likes. Bruh, come on. You lot help. Come on. Drive them likes up for me. Appreciate when you guys do that. Let's have a little chat. Let's have a little chit chat like we did yesterday. When my computer wants to decide it wants to load. Oh, it's look at this idiot. Look at this idiot right here. Look at this idiot. Just go away, mate. Damn it. Are you really that committed to having my name? No, you can't have my YouTube channel. And believe me, bro, you don't want a boxing match with me. I'll knock you the fuck out. Unbelievable. Just been spamming my shit. No doubt. Chig, what up? What up, Truth? North London is white, but London is blue. Ah, Rob. Should put your ass some time out for shit like that. Marquez, I love your streams. In the gym, we'll watch later. Keep up with it. All right, Marquez, brother. Luba, lacquer or Uber, lacquer for me. I'm a lacquer guy. Dunk is absolute class. I agree with you, Zishon. Oh, your names, I tell you. Slam dunk. Rabadan, 2 big uns is highly recommended. Virgil van Dijk and Matip. Exactly. It is the Liverpool model, but the Liverpool model has shown to be effective. You can't sleep on the Liverpool model when they've just won the damn Champions League. So yeah. Yes, the green and eagle eye cricket. Yes, Nimsy. What up? Tarvin. Yes, there you go. Thank you, Mike Hadj, Arsham, Najib. Thank you. Yes, as Ryan said, smash up those likes. Chiggy Smalls. I knew somebody would say something like that. Chig, will a new player be on tour on Thursday? It's looking doubtful, Brandon. It's looking doubtful. Based on Neil Lennon's comments, it's looking very doubtful. Ozuguna, my dude. Chig, my guy, if we got Tierney and Salah deals over the line, we sign Dunk and at least try to get rid of Ozil, Mustafi, and Mickey out, I'd be happy with that. How do you feel about that? If that's all we could do, yeah, I would be happy because I think we would have freed up some wages for January in case we do need to bring someone else in. So it gives us that option, but because we've got rid of those guys. So it means putting a lot on the youngsters early, but at least we'll find out what they're made of. And we've also actively tried to improve the defense while also bringing in something for the future. Don't get me wrong, I'd want more than that, but if that's all we ended up doing, yeah, I would be all right with that, Ozzy. I would be. Make it professionally. Very poor quality. I have no idea what you're referring to. Got a feeling it's probably an insult, so I'll tell you what. As Lee would say, I'm going to put you on the naughty step. The spot on Chig. Thank you, brother. Celtic are a selling club. They are. They do have that culture within them. But to be fair, I get it. You know, from their point of view, they know that there's not a lot left for these players to achieve. So when they do get a big club like Arsenal, and we are a big club, we're not as big as we should be. We're not as big as we'd like to be. And to be perfectly honest, we're not as big as some of us fans like to think we are. we're still a big club, and we're definitely bigger than Celtic. So when we're coming around sniffing for a Celtic player, ideally you don't want to hold that player back. And we're talking about a player in Tyranny who is a boyhood fan of Celtic. That should be his absolute dream. And Celtic are reluctant to sell him. And in normal circumstances, that player wouldn't be going anywhere. Oh. I'd rather not watch him with depression, fuck up and end up smashing my yard up. Nimsy, big up, respect. If he's willing to be a backup, fair enough. He can't start ahead of Lacazette and Aubameyang. Thank you, VP, for the donations. Are we talk about weather girls today? No, we're not talking about weather girls today. We're not. I wish I could go back to 2004 and stay there. I'd be happy for a life just seeing the Invincibles. Arsenio, are you old? And I'm not saying this as an insult. Are you old enough to have seen the original Invincibles? Oh, it was a beautiful time. It was a beautiful time. There was no Twitter. Nobody was arguing or rowing. Every Arsenal fan was getting on. There was no racist shit being shouted from the fans. There was no protesting or anything. Everybody was on the same page. It was nice. Now we're so split. We're split about 8 different ways in fan base. Southampton nearly got relegated and I want to get rid of Lemina. He's not better than any of our players. Brandon, I'll tell you right now, he's better than Xhaka. I'll tell you right now. Don't get it twisted. Wouldn't necessarily be my first choice. But if we could get him for a good deal, I would be all right with that. I damn sure prefer him over Bakayoko. We need presence in that midfield. Xhaka is not good enough. And there you go. Thank you, boys. It's literally what I just said. Not only will Lemina be great for our midfield, I really do like looking at Premier League proven player. I want Dunk as well. Yeah, I must admit, Ozzy, I do think there is some merit in getting Premier League proven players. So I agree with you. I agree with you. Chig, would you sign Koulibaly or Messi and Xhaka? Is that a serious question? Arsenio Wonga. I wish I could go back to 2004. Oh yeah, okay, right. But, thank you for your donation, VP. I'm not talking about weather girls today. Yo, how about that Brazilian guy, Everton, that plays for Germinho? Do you mean the Argentinian guy? Is that what you're talking about? LOL, the chick wannabe. It's pathetic, Mimsy. I'm not even gonna lie. I can't believe. And he's so committed to coming back and coming back. It's like, bruh, really? What's the point? What is the actual point? Other than to probably try and trigger me, which he can't do. Like, I don't know. It baffles me the things that people do in this world sometimes. Chig, I never get a notification. Bruh, these notifications don't work. The only thing I could say, was is click the bell off and then click the bell on and try that. See if it works. Harry Kane has more trophies as an Arsenal fan than as a Spurs player. Well, just been sent over by Lee. Thank you to my brother Lee. Thank you, Daz, for coming. Hope you subscribed. Fuck off, fake shit, get a life. Right, Adam? Right? Where's Boots? Where's my dog, Boots? Boots would have given him the boot by now. Drive up there lights. Yes, Iffy, thank you. Shig, what topic are we going to talk about today? Not females. Adam, I'm ready when you are. Ask me a question on one of the two. I'll answer it. Today's topic: why are mature women hot? Mm-mm, mm-mm, mm-mm. Let's keep off women. Mature women are hot because they're hot. Let's leave it as that. Oh, it's the fake DT now. Here we go. Tell Lee gonna take off an auto. I'll keep abusing. Stop abusing him. Nimsy, you're cool with me. Why do you abuse Lee? What's going on? All right, hold on. Let me grab this geezer. Grab this geezer. Sorry, guys. Not used to being on the full-time admin. Boots, where you at? I love it when you call me Big Papa. Yes, I know. Apparently, I look like Biggie. I don't see it myself, but all right. You love fake chin. Don't want you would. You're the heel. You would love it. Chig, I heard Bellerin is progressing ahead of schedule of his foot injury. Is there any merit? Well, initially, when I saw that story, Ozzy, that conflicts with the story of there was an initial setback for his progress. So it's possible. I don't think he's making the start of the season, though. Just so you guys know. Brazil's better without a Neymar. Oh, controversial. James King, James. Where you at, brother? Hey, Docs, you good? Here we go. Fake troops now. Guy is absolutely pathetic. Oh my gosh. How much money y'all getting out of YouTube? Not enough, Callum. Not enough. Hey, Darts. Hey, Chig. Chig, would you sign Koulibaly or Messi? Well, that can't be a real question. That can't be a real question. Chig, the Invincibles are better than the main Man City team. Oh, see, you can't really ask an Arsenal fan this because we can't take emotion out of it. I do think that the Man City team are amazing team. And I do think that the Invincible team are a dogged team. You know, we know how to play with style, but we also knew how to grind a result. So yeah, it just depends what you like. Are you telling me as a friend? Oh, okay, I'll take that as a friend then. Oh, you really hurting my feelings. Oh, hold on, let me just boot you out. Don Juan is literally one pathetic guy who is literally coming back into the chat. It's just unbelievable. Unbelievable. Just an attention whore. All right, guys. I'm going to do 5 more minutes. I'm going to have to spend this 5 more minutes kicking people out. So just bombard me with questions for those 5 minutes, and I will keep an eye on These idiots that keep coming in and out of the chat. It is. It's just sad. It's sad fuckers, bro. Sad fuckers. Chick, Lemina is like Özil with us talented player, but has an attitude and consistency issue. See, so funny enough, Mike Hodge, that was why I was initially against the idea of bringing him in. But he has played well for Southampton. He has. It's a difficult one. It is a difficult one. I do think there is better out there, though, to be fair. I wonder when fake PewDiePie will show up. Ramadan, now you said that, give it 2 minutes. 2 minutes, that's exactly what's going to happen. Where's my bouncer? Boots. What fights do you want to see in the UFC? I want to see Ferguson get a damn title shot at him. That's what I really want to see. I want to see DC Jones 3. What else do I want? I want Gaethje, Donald Cerrone. I think that would be a fun fucking fight. There's a few fights I want to see. Thank you, VP. 5-minute overtime fund. It might be 5 minutes because of these idiots that keep jumping into the chat. Who would you sign, Woody or Buzz Lightyear? Sure, Steve-O, why not? Buzz Lightyear, how about that? That can be sarcastic too. What if Bellerin gets injured again this season with no backups like Enzyman and Nas? Good question. And that's why, James, I think we need a right back ASAP. Cowboy and Justin would be a great fight. I think it would. I wanted to see them fight for some time. Jake Ferguson looked vulnerable against Cowboy. I still think he'll be a threat for Khabib. I really do. If Khabib could beat him, I think he stays undefeated. We need a backup right back, Jaden from Derby. I would pick up Max Aarons from Norwich. I've said that for about a year now. When are you going to watch Leon, chick? Who's Leon? UFC 1 for the future. Khabib versus Ferguson. Khabib to win. In theory, yeah. I want to see Askren versus Khabib. Oh, well, that of course. That's still a dream match in spite of what happened at the weekend. Favorite porn star of all time? Gianna Michaels. Couple of days left till Arsenal fly out to the US. Is there any optimism of us signing anyone? Nope. At least no one before Thursday. Maybe end of the week and they fly out late. I can't see us taking someone. Oh no, I agree. Which is why I also said, is that a serious question? I agree. Here we go. Here we go. You're a sado. You're a sado. I won 90 quid on UFC this weekend. Bruh, I almost bet Honor. Gary, I almost bet Honor. Because I predicted Masvidal win. And I had about 15, 20 people in the chat saying, no chance, betting all day. All right, let's watch, innit? And Masvidal smoked his ass. Trust me, I almost did it. What are your thoughts on Billick leaving? So funny enough, I was going to talk about that in the Eagle Eye. If he wants to leave, so be it. Funny enough, his AC Milan move fell through because he asked for guarantees or playing time. They were obviously unable to give it to him. You know, they're buying his potential. They don't know how he's actually going to be when he plays. So it fell through. So it's looking like he's going to go to a championship team. And maybe he should. Maybe he should. I'd like us to be clever and put back some sort of buyback clause, sell-on clause, something. That would be smart. Yeah, I watched it earlier, Brandon. I watched it earlier. Masvidal was a baller. I want to see GSP fuck up Khabib. I kind of want to see Khabib fuck up GSP. I'll be honest. Lee, is that the real you? Hold on. Hold on. We go to the channel. I've got a feeling it ain't. Let's see. My internet running dead slow. Yep. It is the same fake idiot. Okay. Right, I'm out of here because there are too many fucking fakes coming into this chat, just spamming the shit out of this place. All because they want to get attention. It's pathetic. Guys, I hope you guys have enjoyed it. What's my porn category? Fat ass. Anyways, I'm black. Come on now. It's obviously Latino ass, fat ass, that type of thing. Fake chick or fake troops? Fake chick, brother. No, it's a fake Lee Gunner, Vlad. The fake Lee Gunner. Is that the real Lee? Nope. What's your favorite defender of all time or now? Today or all time? I am, but I'm also black. You asked me what my category was. I'm telling you what the category was. No, to be honest, subscribe. Subscribe for the fun of it, which I love that name, by the way. I was going to leave anyway. It was going to be a quick one. These motherfuckers are just expediting it. It's difficult because I want to talk to you guys, but these guys being in a chat does make it difficult. And my usual bouncer is not about. Maybe if I allocate someone as bouncer duty, who can be bouncer duty? I'll give you guys 10 minutes if I can get a bouncer guy in there. Who fancies being an admin for me? But when I say being an admin, you got to be quick on the money. That means right click, bounce up out of there, hide from channel, everything. Delete messages. You got to be on this thing. VP should be bouncer. He should be bouncer. That does feel like a VP job. VP, what do you fancy the job? I thought I wasn't going to talk about women. VP, I keep getting asked. Brandon, all right. I'll give it to you. You're trustworthy. Here you go. You now admin, brother. How about it? And Adam, I also trust you. How about it? There you go. Have fun. Only bounce the people who are fakes and dickheads to me. I'll give you another 10 minutes. Check my Don from earlier. Oh, what does my Don say? Oh, your donation, you mean? Is this the real Lee? No, it wasn't the real Lee. I did answer that earlier, VP. I did. Thank you, dude. All these fuckers back. That's what I want. Militant bouncers. That's what I want. Right. My season ticket holder. I used to be. I gave it up. I've been on the damn fucking waiting list ever since. So yeah, I was so pissed. I gave it up one season, and yeah. No, he does not own that word, Steve-O. He does not own that word. I don't care what he says. Bankoli, brother, thank you, man. Appreciate the donation. One love to you too. Who would you say is as good as Tony Adams that AFC could buy? I don't think there's anyone as good as Tony Adams, but in terms of defenders that stand out to me, Lewis Dunk, Connor Cody, Ben Mee. You guys know I've been banging on about Ben Mee for ages. I'm not as convinced by Towalski or James Towalski like some of you guys. I'm not as impressed by him. I'm trying to think of other good defenders now. Yeah, I would say that's pretty much it. Question: why are you on the Arsenal America page? I haven't got a clue. Is that a bad thing? I don't know. What's on the Arsenal America page? Thunder Road. I actually like the name, but the way you've asked that question, I feel like trouble's coming. 10 rules of the game. What up? So this is another person I could have asked to be a bouncer. You and need to link up with VP. Trust me, when me and Lee go to America, we're calling VP ASAP. Trust me on that one. No, before that, I said, make me. I'll tell you what, VP, you deserve this based on all your donations. Fuck it. I don't even need a third, but fuck it. I will give it to you. Hold on. One sec. There you go. You are now also admin. There you go. Maldini. Well, yeah, ideally Maldini from like 10 years ago. Emily Mortimer. Just ordered ice cream in the living room. Living the dream here. Emily, in your honor, you're going to be my inspiration as to why I am not going to talk in any sort of objective way about women in spite of any provocation I get. Guys, can you stop talking about girls? See? And Matilda as well. Apologies, Matilda. Apologies. Bro, do you think AFCV will sign anyone before they go to? So I've been asked that a couple of times, Bankoli. In truth be told, no, I don't think we will. I don't think we will. That's just me being honest. On the road, I'm gonna check it out. I've got a feeling you're winding me up, but I'll check it out. Me love girl. Boobies. Stop it. Behave, lads. Behave. Not in my honor. I'm all this. Don one. Hold on, motherfucker. Right? How is it? Every time I see you, right, you're horrendous to everybody else, except women. Women is where you're nice, but to everyone else, you're a bit of a git to. What's that about? You have a job interview tomorrow. What for? What job? For what job? Good luck, of course, of course. But for what job? Is the Salaba deal done? Yeah, more or less, Ashram. It's more or less done. It's just a case of announcing it now. The thought process is that they're going to loan him back, but it's pretty much done. How many world-class fullbacks are there in football? I don't see many. No, there isn't. You just have to get someone who you hope has the potential to turn into world-class. I would argue even Wan-Bissaka, as much as I like him, I don't see him necessarily being world-class, but I'm sure he'll turn into one. This is another one I would have chosen to be admin. Mr. Cute Smiler. Mr. Cute Smile Guna. What up, my Nigerian brother? Hope you're good. I'm good, brother. How are you? Bro, I beg you change the thumbnail. It looks like we need Jesus. All is in motion. All is in motion. But no, I'm very much one with Jesus, brother. I appreciate it. Make me admin, bro. You're never in on time, man. You got this that Nigerian timing. God, man. Now I've got a lot of admin to combat these guys. At this rate, you're all going to be admin. But there you go. Chig, can I mute VP for being a Liverpool fan? No, you cannot. Because in spite of him being a Liverpool fan, he's one of the most loyal donators and quite honestly, supporters that I have. So, no, you cannot. VP is the head admin, as far as I'm concerned. Hey, Jig. Hey, Chris. The man with the bad man first name. Looks like you need Jesus. Fuck you, Nimsy. Would you get into T, Steve? It's a lot of dough, bro. It's a lot of dough. Really, Thunder Road? Okay, I'll check it. Honestly, if you're not winding me up, I will definitely have a look. I was unaware of this. Was completely unaware of this. Oh yeah, Edu's third choice, no doubt about it, Brandon. But it is what it is. Don't want. I'm a ladies' man, chick. I don't need nothing from no. John one, heal for life when it comes to the mandem. Got no love for the mandem. Got all the love for the gal them. So Emily, you got at least one fan in this chat, and it happens to be horrible to everyone else. So there you go. Tom Lee, Arsenal are in a prime position to watch Neymar. Do you know what I mean? To watch everything else happen around us. Yeah. Give out times you're going to do shows. You know what? 10 rules of the game. I am going to be stricter with myself as to when I'm going to do times. One thing I will say is generally around about the 9:45 mark, I'm going to do a live Eagle Eye show. It's very apparent that you guys like these shows live, so I'm going to do them live. Every other show is going to be a pre-recorded show. And I am going to be stricter with my chopping blocks and my Chiggy's wish list. So, yeah, it's just about discipline. It's hard when you've got to balance the main job with this, but I will be a lot stricter going forward. Because so far, this I'm doing very well in terms of every day I'm getting it out on time. It's everything else around it that I'm struggling with. So, yeah. Something I'm working on. I just need to be more organized with you guys. All our class will draw the team to deserve champions of the English Premier League. Chick, would you consider doing a show with Deluded? I rate you both. So Aussie Guna, me and Deluded have tried to hook up probably a few times over the last 18 months or so. For whatever reason, it hasn't happened. There seems to be like this kind of weird energy between us in the sense that I think he thinks I don't want to do a show with him. And I get that sort of feeling from him as well, funnily enough. So we've never been able to actually do it. It's definitely no beef. I watched his show as recently as 3 days ago. A show that he did on one of the youngsters. Can't even remember. A youngster profile, I think it was, on something, which I found quite informative. At some point, we'll get together and do something. We will. I think it's inevitable because I think we're both we both have very similar thinking in the sense that, yeah, I put it this way, I like his style, I like his delivery, and I think it would contrast quite well with mine. It's just that we've not been able to do it for whatever reason. But I'm sure at some point we will. We will. One thing I'm endeavoring to do over the course of next season is have a lot more different types of people on. And also people that, to be honest with you, I don't agree with. People like, for example, Harry. I've wanted to get Harry on for some time. I'm going to endeavor to get him on more. Hugh Wizzy is someone I want to get on a lot as well. Kenny Ken is someone that I know is always open to coming on to the show, and I definitely want to get him on more. Claude, I will 100% get Claude on a lot more than I have done already. So you're going to see a lot of different faces come on the show. And so you guys are always catching your toes and you're not bored. Big Man Chig. Wait, I saw something. Hold on. Thank you for the donation, Cute Una. You've got to change that cute smile. You've got to change that. So Big Man Chig. Big Man Chig, you need to challenge Don Robbie for a boxing fight for the crowd. That'd be an interesting fight, Jon Snow. It would be a very interesting fight. Chig, say Jigsaw again. There you go, Jigsaw. Chig, always love, bro. Bringing Eddie to the club was a very good move from Arsenal. 100%. 100%. Chig, what accents absolutely melt you? I love the South African accent for some reason. Nobody will agree with me. Yeah. I love the Scouse accent in women. I hate the Brummie accent, Birmingham, for you non-UK people. I love the Irish accent. I like the Scottish accent, especially when Scots are pissed. You don't understand shit. And I like the Welsh accent. And I also like the South African accent. In guys or girls, I find it an interesting accent. So yeah, that's an interesting question. I've never been asked that before. Anyways, thank you for that. Chig versus Robbie, box office. Oh boy, here we go. Cute Smile Guna, £2 donation. Thank you, brother. You boys are slow on the block. What's up, VP? We are the best newspaper. When are the live shows? So Tom Lee, every time I do an Eagle Eye, it's every single day, and it's at 9:45 UK time. Otherwise, shows with other people will start closer towards the season and during the season, and they'll tend to be on Sundays at about 7. Just stick with the streams, mate. Always make sure I tune in if it hits. Then I always like it. Yeah. All right, Gary. No worries, bro. Deluded knows the honors. I like his knowledge, 10 rules. That's what I like about him. I like his knowledge. He really clearly has studied the team, not just the first team, but throughout. He's very likable. Even when he's on Arsenal Fan TV, I think he's the person that people tend to gravitate towards. So yeah, very, very likable. Which is the irony, because I don't think he thinks I like him. Bro, I've got to press you. Would you support Kroenke out protests on the US pre-season tour? If we don't do anything, then yeah. Pass the zoot to Minzy. All right. Rabadan, do you follow? Oh, fucking hell. Missed out. Do you follow Hugh Wizzy? Funny guy. Yeah, I do. I like Hugh Wizzy. Tend to watch his 90 more videos all the time. I I just like how wind up gets. And especially because he always does this, and Arsenal will be befitting this beating that we're actually getting. It's hilarious. It's hilarious. I like that Delulu appreciates youth. Chig, have you made plans with Lee to go on these podcasts? Well, Adam, I guess you're going to have to find out. It's actually going to have to find out. I think we need to sign. Nimsy, I got your back. I done. Saw another donation here. Oh, listen. By the way, I know I've got a lot of admin flowing. Emily is like one of like the first ladies of the show. Never block an Emily Mortimer message ever, unless it's a fake Emily Mortimer. Then block the shit out of that. she's like royalty. Chick, I think if you do a collab, it will be because you seem like a fun guy. So another person could might chill vibe. 100%. I like, for me, and I realize I've had a lot of new subscribers, so they won't have necessarily seen some shows that I've done with other people. When I do a show, I like to make it about the other person. I have a very much a Joe Rogan style of doing it. So I will ad lib, I'll give my opinion here and there, but I tend to make it about the other person. So I think that's what a good host should do. So yeah, for me, I just to give you an idea. So if you've never listened to a show with me with another person, hopefully it'll be a treat when I do it. Because I see other podcasts and you see them going in and they're interrupting each other. It's like they're trying to one up each other. I'm not like that. That's not my style of doing it. Protests in the US preseason. Yeah, bro, I answered your question literally 2 minutes ago. But thank you for the donation. Chiggy Smalls versus Tom Robin. This is going to catch on. This feels like something that's going to catch on. Chig, do you think... Oh, yes, I do love Geordie accents. I do love Geordie accents. Peace out, Chig. Check you out next time. See you later, Don. My favorite heel. First lady. I love that title. Taken. I thought you might. Look at Don. Look at Don. This guy. All right. 2 more questions and I'm out. 2 more questions, people. 2 more questions. I'm pretty sure that'll be the fake deluded people, but just check that. Check that. All the admins, check that. I'm pretty sure that's the fake deluded. Two more questions, people. Yeah, I thought so. I'm almost impressed at how quickly they do it as well. Yeah, it's the fake deluded. No, Marquez, I gotta go. Two more questions, brother. Sorry, man. Guys, admin, where are you at, brothers? I had to do this shit myself. Chib, what does your day-to-day job involve? Work in HR, bro. So anything involving the employee, really, from training to employee relations to recruitment, just dealing with day-to-day shit tends to be me. Fuck, marry, kill. Okay. Couldn't go the whole episode without objectifying women, huh? Fuck, marry, kill. Rousey, Galea, Van Sant. Oh, oh. Fuck Paige Van Sant. Marry Claudia Gadeala. Yeah, we'd have to change that name once we got married. And kill Rousey. Good question. I'll subscribe when you answer my questions. Princess Shah. Okay? Please do ask the question. Do I like working HR? Yeah, I do. I do. I earned my overtime fund. I know, right? Flipping heck. Yikes, that sucks. No. Joseph, what sucks? Super Eagles for the AFCON. Could Madagascar in the final? You never know. Shit, Rousey will never get over our losses. So salty. I just don't like her as a person. Good looking girl. I just don't like her as a person. Would you give Unai an extension based on his contract? Not yet. He has to prove himself first. How long have you been with my girlfriend? A while. Definitely a while, Princess Shah. It's been a minute. It has been a minute. Chig, you're a man of the people. Say two more, and then read so many more to please stick around. I know, right? I am definitely out of here, though. So, guys, thank you so much for joining me. I'll be back tomorrow, 9:45. That seems to be my time, so I don't clash with Boy Wonder. Do hit that subscribe button if you haven't already. Admin, I'm going to need you back tomorrow because no doubt these motherfuckers are going to be crawling all over my chat. So make sure you do handle that. Hit the subscribe button, hit that like button, drive up those likes. I appreciate it. HR sucks. You get so much shit. 100%, Joseph. I like HR, but you do get a lot of shit with it. 100%. I agree with you. Have a good one, guys. Thank you. I'll see you tomorrow, yeah? All right, people. I'm out. Take care. Peace. No, I said peace.